Okay, let's acknowledge the elephant in the room. How many of you feel ripped off because you didn't see the last 2 Super Bowl commercials? Yeah, see, that's pretty much what I thought. Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to show those again before the next service. So here's all you have to do. Hang around, get something to eat, get some coffee, some drink in the back. Hang around. We'll start at about 10 or 12 minutes before the service. You can watch, especially the last 2. And here's what I got to tell you. The number 1 commercial that we have for you this morning is actually a commercial that I believe they're going to show this Super Bowl. It's brand new. And my wife warned me not to show it. We'll see it now, don't you? Yeah, that's exactly right. So if you want to catch those last couple of ones, just got to hang around before the second service. How many of you are going to watch the Super Bowl today? Come on, put your hands up. Let's see it. I mean, yeah, okay. Well, you won't be alone. In addition to the 75,000 or so people that will be in Tampa watching the game, there will be some 100 million people watching the Super Bowl on TV. That's why they're able to get $3 million for 30-second commercial spots. Because that many people are watching the game. And how many people here are Cardinal fans? Let's hear it. Woo! Yeah, that's about right. How many of you are Steelers fans? Well, you got to work against that little prayer Curtis prayed when he prayed for extra points for the Cardinals.
Amen.
Okay, so, God champions the underdog. That's all I have to say. All right? You know what? I'm glad they're finally playing the Super Bowl because, come on, 2 weeks? I mean, they're running out of stories to tell, right? It's kind of like, come on, get on with the game already. And they're getting ready to play the game today. Now, the Steelers are the favorites. Okay, they're installed right now as about a 7-point favorite. But the buzz is a couple of key players aren't healthy, right? Ben Roethlisberger, their quarterback, rib problems. Not sure if he's going to be as mobile as he really needs to be. Wonder how he's going to play the game after getting hurt 2 weeks ago. Hines Ward, one of their critical offensive weapons, a receiver and a team leader, ripped some tendons in his knee 2 weeks ago. Not sure how he's going to be able to play. So people are going, you take those weapons away and we don't know how this game might go. Because after all, what really counts in a game are the players. And the players have to get on the field and make plays. And if players make plays, you can win the game, right? It's just that simple. Players have to make plays. If you're not healthy, you don't make plays, you don't win the game. You know what's fascinating? Life works the same way as the Super Bowl, same way as sports. Because if we're not healthy, spiritually healthy, we can't make the plays we need to be winners in life. If we're not spiritually healthy, we can't make the plays we need to make in order to be winners in our physical fitness, winners in our financial freedom, winners in turning both our homes and our workplaces into happy, healthy experiences. We've got to be spiritually healthy in order to make the plays we need to make in life to actually be winners, in order to make life work. Today we're wrapping up a series that we're calling Renovate. That's why the stage is all decked out the way that it is, or not decked out the way that it is. We decided we're going to scrap this idea of New Year's resolutions because resolutions don't work. 92% of all New Year's resolutions made are not kept. We said rather than making resolutions, let's do renovations. Let's take common areas where we all want to make improvements in our lives and just rebuild ourselves from the inside out, from the foundation up, under the leadership of Jesus. Let's renovate our lives so we can change for real and for good. But here's the last reality we want to just emphasize this morning. In order for us to renovate our physical lives or our financial lives, in order for us to renovate our vocational lives or our domestic lives, we've got to be spiritually healthy. Because if we're not, we won't make the plays we need to make to actually renovate our lives into something of substance, something of power, something of joy. So I have a question for you this morning. Are you spiritually healthy? Are you? Now there's a catch here. It can be easy for us to misread our level of spiritual health. And to think that we are a lot healthier than we actually are. God knew that. So you know what he did? He decided he would put a very clear and very concise evaluation form right in the Bible so that we can evaluate how healthy we really are. That evaluation form is found in the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verses 22 and 23. Here's how that section starts. It says, "But the fruits of the Spirit are." Here's another way to say that. The characteristics of a spiritually healthy person are, and then it lists exactly what those characteristics are. And we're going to take a little time to do some self-evaluation this morning. That list begins by saying the first fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, and peace. Fascinatingly enough, these characteristics deal primarily with our inner world, what we're like on the inside. It then goes on to say the more fruit of the Spirit is patience, kindness, and goodness. These refer to our relational world, how we're interacting with others. And it wraps up by saying that the fruit of the Spirit are faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And interestingly enough, these refer primarily to our circumstantial world, how we deal with life situations. So we're going to evaluate our spiritual health in every one of these categories. If you look in your program, you'll see a little box with every one of these characteristics, and we're going to grade ourselves on how we're doing in each one of these areas. Doesn't this sound like fun? Yay! Yeah, I can just feel the energy coming back. Self-awareness is a great thing. Let's just take a minute and find out, okay, let's see where I am in my spiritual health. Here's how we're going to grade ourselves. Scale of 1 to 5, 5 high, 1 being low. If I describe this characteristic and you say to yourself, "Oh, that is so me," give yourself a 5. If I describe this characteristic and you say to yourself, maybe a little more than no, but I'm kind of average on that one, give yourself a 3. If I explain this characteristic and you go, "Oh man, I am so bad in that, I struggle so bad," give yourself a 1. If you're not sure whether to give yourself a 1, 3, or 5, that's why we've left 2 and 4 available to you. You can't quite make up your mind. Okay? Now, first impressions work the best, so just slap down the first number that comes to your mind when you hear this. We're going to move quickly. All right? First of all, love. Love means I harbor no ill will toward anyone, and I am willing to be inconvenienced in order to make somebody else's life better. Give yourself a score. Joy. Joy means I am a happy person. I am positive and optimistic as I move through each and every day. Give yourself a score. And then peace. Peace says, I have an overall sense of well-being. I like who I see in the mirror each morning, and I am pleased with what is happening with my life. Peace. Give yourself a score. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to add up your score. What's the total of your spiritual health when it comes to your inner world? Okay, everybody got that total? All right, let's move to the next one. How about our spiritual health in the relational world? Patience. Here's what patience means in I should say this. Draw a circle around everybody you have a relationship with in your home, in your church, in the workplace, your extended family and friends. All those relationships are the ones I'm talking about. The general sense of where you are. Patience means you are able to control your temper. You can work agreeably and nicely with people even when you are provoked, when you disagree or are disappointed with others. Give yourself a score. Kindness. Kindness means that you are able to show compassion to people, that you are able to bring comfort and encouragement to others, even if they appear to be undeserving and the reason for their own problems. Give yourself a score. And then goodness. The essence of goodness is this. Goodness means I do what is ethically and morally correct. Regardless of the person I'm interacting with, I am going to do the right thing. Give yourself a score. Then take those 3 scores, add them up, and give yourself a total in your relational world for spiritual health.